Merry Christmas! It's, well, almost Christmas. December 22nd is the day this is coming out, but you may be listening on Christmas. So, Merry Christmas!
I was going to say, you just blew my mind, mate. It's not the 22nd today, is it, Aidan?
No, not yet.
Not
Don't worry.
yet.
You still got a few days to get your Christmas presents, Conor.
Done most of it.
Yes.
Can I just say? Well, not really. Most of it. I'd say most of it.
I did like 75% of mine in November, and then like the last few in the first like couple of days of December, because I was like, I'm going to be busy in December. I hate going to the shops in general, let alone at friggin' Christmas time. So I always leave it too late. So.
Yes, well, yeah. I mean, I was vlogging today for the channel.
Oh.
And I spoke a bit about Christmas shopping. That'll be out by the time this is out. I think that's the second last upload.
Right, yes.
I think that will come out the day before this.
Your one last bonus video.
My one last bonus video. So
yes.
All my videos have been vlogs.
Right, which is cool.
And I think people have been digging them, so that's good. Like, I want to do more on I talk about that as well. I want to do more of that in the future.
Well, that does bring us, I guess, to the fact that this is the final day. The final upload of the 12 uploads of Christmas. I've loved it. Thank God, though. It has been a grind.
Yeah, that was pretty nuts.
It was nuts.
I literally, was driving home yesterday, still needing to edit the deep breath video. Mm-hmm. The video's titled something like you won't believe what Doctor Who DVD I found the challenge or something like that. And I called you and I was like, because I was like, I kind of want to experiment with doing a bit of a voiceover, which is at the end of the vid. Mm-hmm. But I had no script, no plan. I hadn't edited the last 25% of it, and I was like, I somehow have to make this work. And I was like, I'm not going to do it through my phone because it'll sound like shit.
Yep.
So I was like, I'll get you to come over. I'll go to your house. I'll come over, grab the mic, run home. Mm-hmm. And then the missus was coming back from bottomless brunch, and I'm recording lines and doing this. I'm like, God. And she came in, I'm like, 30 more minutes.
Please.
30 more minutes.
Please.
And I was like, yeah, but got it done.
Got it done. That's what matters. 12 days of daily uploads.
I do like that kind of fire on the ass, though.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, right?
It is. It's actually really good. I actually like that kind of thing. So
I very much hope that you all enjoyed the 12 uploads of Christmas. This will be our biggest and most festive of all the uploads, though. Right? We've got even more festive decorations. The Christmas tree. We
deep breath mostly.
We did a fantastic Christmas episode last year. So I feel like that's one of the best episodes of the podcast. So
loved it.
We have to try. I don't think we're gonna. Part of me was like, do I even try and compete with last year?
Probably not. I wouldn't.
Yeah. So,
and if it does happen, it'll happen naturally.
Exactly. So can you hook us up with the annual Christmas drink so I can get a sip?
I think this is the third year we're doing this.
Right.
Third?
Yeah, I think we started it on the Voyage of the Damned episode.
Okay.
The third Christmas special for the podcast.
Because this is your whiskey, I don't want to be a twat. So if you want to do the shots.
Right, now you go, mate.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because I free pour, and sometimes I've been told I free pour a little.
Okay, well maybe be a little nicer to mine.
Yeah, I know, because you're a fuck. Oh.
No, I gotta. Well, no, this whiskey I've had since my 21st, and I had one shot with it once, because my previous experience with it was I got very shit faced very quickly. So, but that was when I was quite young.
All right, when.
That's definitely yours. That's a lot.
Oh my God.
What?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to pull that one. I'm actually 110% serious.
Well, okay. Well, do you want to split? I mean, you can have all that if you like. That doesn't...
Fuck, I'm sorry. When I do free pour a little bit badly, but that was really bad.
That was really bad. That's half a glass of whiskey.
That's not half a glass.
It's a third of a glass. That's rough. Helicopter. Okay, cool. Yeah, hook me up with some.
Alright, that can be yours.
That's not mine.
Why not?
There's so much in there.
It's Christmas.
I know. If you don't... Do you want all that or not? Will you drink one with that much whiskey in it?
Yeah. If you do.
Well, no, that's yours. No.
If you do, I'll do it.
It's
Christmas.
Yeah, and I have work first thing tomorrow morning.
So do I.
Well, I guess... I don't know. Well, I was hungover all weekend.
So was I.
Well, fuck me. No. I'm not having that much whiskey. That's so much whiskey, dude.
Come on, it's Christmas.
Oh, fuck. Just because I'm Mr. Particular at the moment. Don't do as much, but you can do a decent amount.
Alright, I won't do as much.
That's enough. Is that worse?
No, I wouldn't say it's worse.
I wouldn't say it's better.
I'd say it's very similar. I didn't even mean to, I swear. I'm actually not even... I did not just say to you, 2 minutes ago...
Why on earth did I get Conor to do this?
Did I say 2 minutes ago, do you want to do it? And you said, no, you
Guys,
do it,
we're talking about Dr. Mysterio today as our main topic of conversation, but we're also going to be talking about the lovely new costumes that have been announced whilst Conor makes his whiskey eggnog. Thank you, sir.
Do you want a bit more nog in there?
I probably will do once I've had a few sips.
Okay.
But yeah, we're going to be talking Dr. Mysterio. We're going to be talking them new costumes. We're going to be talking about the hype for the Christmas special next year.
Yeah.
So this is a jam-packed episode of the podcast. How come you got way more nog than I did?
Well, no, you can... Can I get anything right around here?
No, you
Call
can't.
Me you.
You
Jesus.
just gave me a
I don't have an RSA.
I'm definitely not with that. That's like 5 shots of whiskey in there. Shall we cheers?
People would love me as a bartender.
We'll have our first sip as we go into the theme, okay?
Alright, is this going to be gross as hell?
I think so. All right.
No.
Let's go. Ready.
Last time for the year,
Cheers.
baby. Cheers.
50% pop cat.
It's not bad, actually.
I feel like the whiskey's at the bottom. Because, yeah, that was fine.
Or I mixed it so well
Oh,
that you can't even taste the alcohol.
perfect.
Oh, shit.
That was a good point, though, Connor. This is the last episode of the year of the podcast.
Sad.
So you may see a little surprise from us over the next couple of days, but this is the last proper...
Actual recording together.
Yes, because, there will be a couple of small things we will do. We're going to have a mini episode of the podcast that comes out on January 2nd.
Yeah.
So that we don't miss a week, because we never have.
No.
But that's going to be a mini 10 to 15 minute episode, which will be the next full episode.
That'll be our shortest episode ever.
It'll be tiny.
Our tiniest episode ever.
But then the next 2 episodes after that is going to be Conor as the main host, joined by Josh Snares in the first episode and by Crispy Pro in the second episode.
Let's go. Yeah, really clean, actually.
And then I'll be back. I'm going away to New Zealand.
New Zealand.
I just booked some whitewater rafting on the weekend.
Oh.
And it was like grade 5. And I was like, that sounds pretty tough. And then it was like, you go down the highest whitewater rafting waterfall in the world. Wow. And I was like, okay, I'm going to die. And I'm like signing a waiver. And I'm like, death. And I'm like, sign away.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Some
big vlogs coming out from Aidan.
I don't know. I think I'll shoot stuff. I don't think I'll vlog it. I think I'll just shoot it because I like to shoot. But
Nah, it'd be good. It'd be weird to not have you on the show. I'm almost like, I kind of want to, whatever we're doing, I do want to just like, for you to send like a quick little video and be like, hi guys!
I'll try and shoot it from
I'm in New Zealand! Yeah. This is my thought on the Trial of the Time Lords. Yeah. It's a bit long. It drags a bit.
I'll do them in like obscure locations each time. Like just at the top of a mountain.
I'm not trying to be a pain, but I feel like if we ever like can't make an episode, we need to at least cameo once so people can say, we've done every episode.
That's the thing.
Done every
what
episode.
I was about to say was like, this is episode 142 of the podcast right now.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want us to get to like episode 200. And we're like, episode 200. And you're like, yeah, but you've only done 198.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, fuck. You know you'll do that.
No, I wouldn't, because I don't want that to happen, because I fucking hate stuff like that.
Right.
Like, I really hate the idea of like 2 episodes that you're not in. Not even if it's just like a quick cameo. It's like how like, you know, they did that one Scrubs episode about JD, but like he calls Turk through like the phone and says, I'm at Disneyland or something. That's kind of the gag I'm going for. Like, you're at Disneyland, New Zealand.
I'm in Disneyland.
Which I don't think exists.
I might be in Hobbiton. Maybe I'll do one from
Hobbiton.
Hobbiton.
Hobbiton, yeah, okay. Yeah. No, you definitely got to do that.
Okay, this is Christmas, so there is presents.
Yes.
Now, I will preface this by saying I had no time to wrap your present today.
Oh, God.
I was a busy boy. So instead, you get it in a cool box.
Okay. All right. You want to give me yours first?
Yeah, sure.
All right, I'll give you yours second.
This is a recycled box.
Okay, I respect recycles. It's Jaffa cakes.
Do you want Jaffa cakes? I hope not,
I
actually
do like Jaffa cakes.
I love Jaffa cakes, but that's not what you're getting.
If this was Jaffa cakes, I'd actually be happy.
I just finished the Jaffa cakes from that box today. So
great. So I'll just...
Now you have a little...
Oh my God!
Like a little set.
Oh my God, that's sick! Wow!
Oh, the boy's out with the weldering down the road again.
No way!
Yeah.
That's so cool!
So that's like do you want to explain what it is?
That is Conor Hannum Outsiders FM. This is my new show.
It's like a little name thing to have on his desk. That's Conor's new
dude, that is sick.
Spin-off show, so that can go on your part of your set.
Wait, so is this the same guys who did the mug?
No, this is another guy. I didn't think it was going to come in time.
Oh my
so
God,
I actually
sick.
ordered that early December, and I was like, fuck, it's got to be custom made.
Thank you so much. That is so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, that is sick.
So that's Conor's new show you can look out for next year. I'm sure we'll tweet about it and stuff when you
interviews coming with some YouTubers that you might know and love. Thank you for your Jaffa cake box. And it's a shame there weren't any Jaffa cakes in there.
Like I said, I
actually do. Like, I feel like I could just keep eating those.
Dude,
things.
I had a packet today, a full pack, because I hadn't eaten all day. So I got in from work and I was like, Jaffa cakes. Ooh, what a Blu-ray. A Blu-ray, perhaps?
No. At least it's not a DVD.
A PlayStation? A whole PlayStation.
Yeah, it's a PlayStation.
This is.
I really hope you don't have this. I'm pretty sure you
it's
don't.
either PS5 or Blu-ray.
I'm pretty sure you don't have this, but I hope you.
Is this? Which one is this?
God, I hope you don't have it.
No, I don't. That's awesome. Hey! Conor has got me the Abominable Snowman on
Correct,
Blu-ray.
Mundo.
The animation, pretty recent. I think it came out a few months ago.
Yeah, I don't even think a couple months. I think it is last month or something.
Maybe early November.
Yeah, it was pretty recently.
But no, that's awesome. I actually genuinely have been like looking at waiting for it to get a bit cheaper or something on JB before I got
I
it.
was worried that because I know you have Fury of the Deep.
Yeah, and
that's it.
I've
and you don't have Web of Fear.
No.
Okay, so it's Web of Fear, and you don't like that one.
We don't need Web of Fear. I mean, I can.
You don't like it?
I've just never seen it. No, it's the one with the shit animation.
Right. Okay. Good. Because I was like, which one would he like? But I feel like he would like that one.
I'd prefer this one. Yeah.
Plus, it's new, and I like to get new stuff. Like.
Exactly. No,
anyway,
that's really
cool. That's what my vlog was about.
Ah.
And when I said I got you something,
yeah,
and I said we need to get each other presents, I've already got you one.
Right.
That was a lie.
But this was okay.
I was gonna get you that, but I just hadn't got it yet. But I was like, look, we need to do presents for you on the show. If I say that I haven't got anything yet, we'll probably forget. So it was a lie, but it was a light lie.
It was very cool.
But I wanted to film the vlog. So, by the way, you should. Sorry, I know you were saying something, but if you read the back, it's actually really. If you read that bit there, it's actually really sick when it comes to it because I think it comes with episode 2 has the original footage.
Restored surviving original episode 2. Yeah, which is I think what they usually do because I do have. I have Evil of the Daleks as well, which is because that was always a missing story that I just thought was awesome. It's got like the Emperor Dalek in it, and then they did an animation for it, and the steelbook was like looked insane. So I was like, I need that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my animation trilogy is Abominable Snowman, Fear of the Deep.
You made a really good point though about how I said to Aidan the other day, I'm trying to get back into physical media. You made like a really good point about how it's like the best way to support the creators, and I think. Because sadly, this is probably going to be the last one for a while.
Yeah, unless Disney.
It's good to support it, I think, to buy it and get... And it's a free disc set, so I thought you'd really like that.
And it's also, it's in like Tibet, so it's snowy. So it's Christmassy.
Looks pretty cool, eh?
It does. I'm going to put it...
There you go. Thank you so much.
Nice to sit there.
That's so cool.
Yeah, we did well there, didn't we? That was a good Christmas haul.
We can be very thoughtful, sorry. There you go.
Man, I've got so much Doctor Who to watch now, it's insane, because I'm still... slicing through season 20. I'm doing a lot of 62 actually. Sorry, season 20? Season 2.
You are. So, are you enjoying the old Daleks taking over?
Dalek Invasion of Earth?
Yeah, Dalek Invasion of Earth.
Let me tell you, man, season 2 is lit. Like, I'm genuinely enjoying it so much. There's, it's like, obviously, there's bits that are dated, and the first story, whilst, like, it's a lot of fun, and, like, it's... I think because it was my first time watching 62, I had so much of like this is awesome, black and white, William Hartnell, seeing all these characters. It was like, that kind of distracted me from probably how completely shallow the plot is. But like, Dalek's Invasion of Earth is awesome. I kind of wish I hadn't seen the movie, because this is like a better version of the movie.
Is it quite similar to that?
Yeah, it's like, it's very similar. At least, I've only seen the first 3 parts of 6 so far.
Yeah, I was wondering about that, like how much it would relate to.
But they're like filming at like Trafalgar Square, like on the Thames, like all this location footage, which is awesome. And you can see like the odd just in the corner of the screen, you can see like just like a car driving past and stuff. But those roads were way quieter back then, so they really do get away with it. And 2, obviously in 1964, I think this season is, that they obviously they weren't thinking like, oh, this is going to be watched on HD screens, really big. Like, they didn't even think they were going to be rewatched.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, it's actually really cool how stuff like that works. Like, yeah, man, I'm really thinking of getting into physical media. Like, I might even grab a few sets. I don't know. I really want to start getting into it. It all happened because Dan, my best mate, grabbed me Nope on 4K and the Bob's Burgers movie on 4K.
Very cool.
And they're like my 2 favorite movies this year. So I was like, damn, like I really want to get into buying physical media again. So maybe it's new beer, new me.
New beer, new you.
Happy New Year.
New Blu-ray, new Conor.
New Blu-ray, new Conor. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I can get back into it. Like, it just like...
It is good.
It feels good to go and buy a Blu-ray.
It does. And like,
there's something about it, yeah.
There's something about opening it, like you're excited to see what's inside, and you're just like, oh, plain disc, plain inside cover.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened with me with my 4Ks, but yeah.
But it's still cool. It's still cool. Yeah. And like when you get special things like steelbooks and like the big collection sets, like those are really awesome things.
There was a really cool Bob's Burgers movie steelbook.
Yeah.
and I might still get it because it looks so cool. But like, it really is cool. But yeah, like I'm like, that's cool. Like, there's stuff like that I really want to get, and it's like, you know, yeah, it's nice. It'd be nice to eventually get the collection going because I have a fairly good collection.
Mm-hmm. I bet mine wins.
What the amount of Blu-rays you got? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, mine is like so because I still live with my parents. I keep my Blu-rays up in like the big theater room we have upstairs, and like I've got to the point. It's not like I don't have like a big shelf unit or anything. It's just like a small. It's a big like, you know them units that go like under TVs.
Yeah,
it's really long. It's it's way longer than this table.
Yeah.
But I have like 2 rows of Blu-rays in that, and I got nowhere else to keep them. And Mum was like, "Oh yeah, so we're doing the theater room up next year, and we're not going to have a cabinet there anymore." And I was like, "Mum, what am I going to do with my Blu-rays?" And she was like, "Aidan, that's your problem."
Yeah,
and I was like,
right. Can't you get like a place to put it in there, like a proper like shelf?
I've got a big shelving unit in my room that I keep my Blu-rays on, but there's literally no room on that at the moment. But maybe I'll take some things off the shelf.
Yeah, okay.
That's why I keep my Doctor Who Blu-rays on.
Yes, and that's it.
Yeah, Doctor Who Blu-rays, a couple of steelbooks I like.
Marriage Story steelbook.
It's not a steelbook, but it's a nice like set. Yeah.
Sorry, excuse me, everyone.
And it's also where I keep my books and like little souvenirs from travel and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll have to take some of the souvenirs and some of the books off or something, and to fit all my Blu-ray collection on there, which will be interesting because I've never seen them all lined out because it's like 2 layers of them. Like it's
Yeah, I have a whole like box full of them because I had nowhere to put them either.
Are yours alphabeticized?
They were at one point in my life.
Do it. It's so satisfying to do.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like I had at least 50 plus. Mm-hmm. I had a good like 5 stacks about yay big.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I remember your stacks actually.
I had fucking heaps. Like I would buy
stack of D's nuts.
And I've got quite a few 4Ks. Actually, more than I thought I had.
Yeah, mine have been growing. Most of mine are Blu-rays, but I've probably got maybe close to 10 4Ks now.
Yeah, I got about 4 or 5.
Yeah, very cool.
Probably about 4 or 5, yeah.
They're very cool. Very cool. All right. The Return of Dr. Mysterio.
Yeah.
We'll just briefly get into the Mysterio a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
And then we'll talk about their bits of news and things like that. How about that?
Okay, let's do it.
The Return of Dr. Mysterio is an episode of the British science fiction television series Doctor Who, broadcast on BBC One on the 25th of December 2016. The 12th Christmas special since the show's revival, written by Stephen Moffat and directed by Ed Bazalgette, which strikes me as a somewhat familiar name.
Doesn't he direct some Class episodes?
That sounds very right, and that would make sense the year, right?
Yeah, it would.
In 2015, he directed The Girl Who Died and The Woman Who Lived, as well as The Doctor's Meditation, which was the prequel. And he directed the first 3 episodes of Class in 2016.
That's it.
Also, in 2021, he directed 2 episodes of The Witcher.
Oh, wow.
Which is very cool. Dude, the guys...
Rip Cavill.
Ripped the sound with the guy with the grinder out next door again.
He's, do you think he clocked off Christmas early?
I think he's just like, oh, the boys are recording the podcast, time to get the heavy machinery out.
Again, I think it's funny lore that, like, you have, like, the neighbours who hate you there, you got the neighbour who's too loud there. Mm-hmm. You know, it's funny lore that kind of keeps the podcast going. And, like,
hilarious.
We're getting a bit of a whack pack, you know? We've got, like, our good friends who come on the show and, you know, can deliver some funny lines and stuff.
The squad.
Yeah, the squad. Yeah, get some wacky packies in, you know.
Dr. Mysterio is the only episode of 2016 starring Peter Capaldi as the 12th Doctor, and is the first to feature Nardole in a recurring role since The Husbands of River Song.
Correct. Yeah.
It's set in New York City and involves the Doctor and Nardole linking with journalist Lucy Fletcher and a superhero called the Ghost, Justin Chatwin, to combat brain swapping aliens. So we won't go into our thoughts and feelings on this rewatch just yet. We'll do that after the news. But in 2016, Connor, tell me what you thought of the Return of Dr. Mysterio.
I was in the UK, visiting my family by myself. Mm-hmm. This was the first time I'd seen a Doctor Who episode like air in the UK since End of Time Part 2. So it'd been a long time. And actually, I watched it in the exact same place, at my auntie's house, which is pretty wild. Mm-hmm. I was completely and utterly like not excited for this at all. I kept saying to myself, like, at the time I didn't like Husbands of River Song, but I was like, I wish that this was the one that aired this year. Like, I wish it was Husbands that aired this year.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, no, I was like in a bad spot with Who because of Hellbent being what it was.
Bad taste in your mouth.
But it's funny, like, I didn't like Hellbent, and I didn't like I actually kind of hated Hellbent, and I really didn't enjoy Husbands of River Song. Mm-hmm. But now on our rewatch, I actually have not loved them, but enjoyed them a lot more.
Yeah,
especially
same.
Hellbent. You know, like
Both of them I enjoyed way more.
Yeah, and I think Husbands, like we said, like we enjoyed. It's not great, but we enjoyed. As for this, like I kind of like mentally checked out at this point. I was very upset with the state of Doctor Who.
We were like, we could do better. You know, that was the arrogant teen mindset.
But
right?
I even remember like us talking about season 10. We had like zero hope.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like only just you and me and the friend group who still watched it. Everyone had dropped off. We'd had like zero hope. The only like set picks we'd gotten was of emoji bots. I know we both weren't too sure on Pearl Mackie's Bill, who we've now come to like love, and I love her as a companion.
Yep.
But I remember when she got first cast, we were like, I don't know. Like Moffat was really going for the whole like, she asks so many questions that no other companions ask, and you can see it really in the trailer at the end of this episode. It's like, where's the bathroom?
Dr. Wen.
This is a kitchen. Yeah, literally. It's like all this. Anyway, this is a big answer to your question, but. Sorry.
No, you're fine. That's what we're
I
here
don't know.
for.
I
We're
don't
here to
know.
talk.
Like, I was in a bad spot with Who. What do you think?
Yeah, completely the same. Yeah, I don't like the ending of Series 9. Didn't like the Husbands of River song. And then going into this, I remember watching like the behind the scenes clips and stuff for it. I remember there was like a shot of Matt Lucas holding like a sign. I just remember being like, "You're not funny. Like, stop trying to be funny." And like I watched the episode and I was like, "That was trash." Like I said, only episode of Doctor Who I'd only seen once, to the point where when I turned it on today, there was a massive part of me in the first 10 minutes that was like, I feel like I'm watching new Peter Capaldi content. Yeah. And I think I was, at least early on, a little kinder to the episode because of that. Like, I felt, I was seeing Pete swinging at the start of the episode. I was like, I don't remember this shit. This is fun. But we'll leave that there as a bit of a tease, right?
All right.
We'll come back to our thoughts, feelings on this rewatch of Dr. Mysterio. We'll come back to it shortly. So we had some great news this week, Connor. Fantastic news, you could say. News that we'd all been waiting for many years. Ncuti Gatwa, Millie Gibson, they've got costumes.
Where were you when it got revealed?
Where was I when it got revealed?
Yeah.
I woke up in the morning. Okay. I think I was hungover.
Yeah, I think you were.
And I'm still rough after, like, because I had COVID like a week ago. Yeah. I'm still like, when I wake up, like every second morning, I'm like, fuck, I feel shit. Yeah. Like I just feel like tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I was, and you were up like when it came out, right?
I was
like
up
at 2 a.m.
I highly contemplated making a video absolutely off my chops, but not a video with video like footage. I was gonna do like a voice,
right?
And I went to like record it, and I was like, "This is just not a good idea.
This is fucked."
And we had a kind of conversation on, and I literally said this to my girlfriend. I was like, "What did I say?" I was like, "There's more things to life than YouTube."
Mm-hmm. There definitely is.
Because I tried to make a little bit, and I was like, "What am I doing?" I was like, "What am I doing?" Smacked the phone out of my own hand.
Yeah, I'm pissed.
I was like. It was like 2:30, and I was like, I'm just gonna go to bed, man. Like, I'm just gonna go to bed. I did a quick like Instagram video of thoughts, and I tweeted, and that was like it.
Yeah, I think that was a good decision. Good decision.
I don't think it would have been like.
No, like it would have been fine.
I think it would have been. I think it would have been like coherent. Like I wouldn't have put it out if it was like bad. But I think it would not have sounded like that. Did you see my Instagram reaction?
No, I actually skipped through it. I actually didn't even know it was about a reaction. Not because of that. I think I was hungover. That's why.
If he skips it, who the fuck else is going to be skipping it? Like literally everyone.
Comment if you watched Connor's Instagram reaction.
Troy messaged me and said here or some shit. So thank you, Troy, for actually watching it. It's good to see another co-host watches it and not my own. I don't know. I guess you don't know my thoughts on it then. You go first. I haven't heard yours.
Okay. Yeah, I love it. I think it's a fantastic costume and
sweet baby.
I will love it. I will love it if there's like different variants, like different jumpers, and not necessarily always a plain jumper as well. I'd like it if there was like things that were a little different from time to time, but as like a principle, as the outline and like the template of all these variants to go off of, I really love it. I think the orange jumper is great. And is it I couldn't really tell. Like, there's been a few videos where you see like the rings and stuff that Shooty's got on his hands,
and a necklace and stuff.
The necklace.
Yeah.
You see the tight ass.
Yeah,
from
that ass. Yeah,
from that other shot.
Yeah.
But I couldn't really tell. Was the jumper? Is it tucked in or is it a short jumper?
I don't know, because you can get some like short jumpers that look like
a
they're
crop top
tucked in.
jumpery kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the exciting bit. I feel like we're still trying to figure it out a little bit, you know.
All I'm saying is Shooty's got a great body, and if we get to see that from time to time,
he does,
bring it
man.
on.
Like, and he kills it, man. Like,
he works for it too, you know.
It really, yeah. I loved it. I think it's fantastic. I was so worried about it, and I think like I've heard a few people say like it's quite simple, and I get that, but I think that's kind of what I wanted.
Everyone's out there like, oh, it needs something that's like, you know, Matt's got the bow tie. Pete has no bow tie.
We've seen so
like,
many doctors now. They're like, you can't really be that.
I know. What do you want
like,
to do?
Have a bolo tie? You know, those like cowboy-esque
Yeah.
with the two like wires coming down. Like,
I think. Did Hartnell do a bit of that?
probably,
Not the very cowboy ones, but I think he had like a similar
probably
tie at times. But yeah, it's like, what do you want? I was about to say, what do you want? A doctor with a Stetson? And then I was like, Matt Smith.
We got that. I am glad he's not wearing like a tie or a bow tie. I feel like we've had that
It's time for modern Doctor Who.
so much. Yeah, no,
He's a young doctor.
I get a lot of people. It's like, you know, he just came out walking out of like Top Man or like something like that, and I get it. Or like fucking.
Bring it on.
Like what's it called, H&M? Like sure, but like you're right about the whole modernized thing. But I still think it like, if you actually like, the jacket might not look like it's that like different, but if you look around the back, like, and have you seen like the back of it and stuff, like it like
not too much
it
of
hangs down pretty low, and it looks
right.
It looks fucking awesome, and it has a similar thing that David Tennant did, you know, when it almost has that like thing where you can like tie it around, like almost like a dressing gown. It has that like belt almost going around the jacket.
Yeah.
He has that as well. So
we also saw lovely Millie Gibson's new costume as well, which I think is pretty much
is literally what she wore in the. I think I said that it's probably going to be like what she wore in like her little reveal.
I mean, it's sort of what we expected, right?
Literally,
It's just like
yeah,
a jumper,
yeah.
skirt, tights kind of thing.
She's a modern time London girl,
21st century girl. Yeah. Looks good. It looked kind of Christmassy because it's like the woolen coat. So I was like, they're definitely filming the Christmas special. I know we know they are, but yeah. Any last thoughts on the costume? I just think it's great.
I think that I definitely think we are going to get some variants of the sweater. Like, I'd be surprised if we didn't. They can't put like multiple pictures of all the different sweaters they're going to be using.
Yeah,
like,
right.
we're going to get it. Like, but yeah, I when I saw it, I just couldn't stop staring at it. Oh, and the boots as well. I love the boots.
Boots are good.
It's kind of like Capaldi's boots. Getting like Troughton vibes from like the trousers.
Well, it's also reminiscent of like David Tennant's 14th Doctor's trousers as well.
Yeah, literally, like I'm getting vibes more of like the sweaters, kind of like what Eccleston wore, and
Yeah,
you
just
know, we're
very
kind of
bright.
getting like a very bright version.
Yeah.
We're gonna get like the long jacket, like, you know, David wore as well. So
I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
the 14th Doctor and the 15th Doctor, is weird saying that, their costumes are literally like the two costumes that I love.
I love
most,
both
I
of them
think.
so
like,
much.
They're like the most cosplayable. I mean, Matt's season 7B is definitely
Right.
It's like those three and Pete in the velvet red jacket. Those are like the four best
Yeah.
costumes, I think.
Also, our first Doctor with facial hair, which I've always wanted, because he's rocking the tash, which I love, by the way. I think it's
Yeah.
fantastic. And you know what I would also like? I would love how, like, if each season, like, he starts to, like, maybe, like, have, like, a full beard for the second season, and his hair's growing a little bit.
I like
and
the
then,
mo.
like, I would like to see his hair grow a little bit. That'd be cool. Like, do, like, a Capaldi where, like, you know, each season it gets longer and longer and stuff.
Right,
But,
yeah,
like,
yeah. Yeah, I'm open to things changing.
I would like to have, like... I've always wanted to see a Doctor with, like, a beard, and not Matt Smith's shitty one from 6 that opened in A Day of the Moon.
Yeah,
which
right.
I'm pretty sure is, like, just stuck on.
Yeah, definitely just glued it on.
But yeah, no, I love it. I think it's great.
What's really cool about this announcement and stuff like that is not only do we get like the professional photos, but also seeing like Doctor Who and stuff post little behind the scenes videos that they've just shot on their phones of them like mucking around,
Should
having
he
a
said
laugh.
fuck?
Should he said fuck? That was on his private Instagram. Well, not private account, but like that was on his personal Instagram account. The BBC didn't like retweet that one or anything.
Yeah, but I'm sure he has, like... He definitely would have, like, people, like... He can't just upload. Like,
Yeah.
you have to go through...
That would have to be okayed by
By
the
the way,
BBC.
I don't care. I think it's great. Like, he's also, I thought today, he's the only... Except for Eccleston, but he got it, like, years after he played the Doctor. Like, 10 plus years. He's like the only doctor who has like an Instagram account. He's
Yeah.
like a modern Who doctor. Like Joey doesn't have one, Dave doesn't have one, Matt doesn't have one.
You can tell they're really trying
Peter.
hard to... Like, that video definitely was like... Would have had marketing people there, like in the side, being like, okay, now, you know, Millie, do your little twirl and then hand it over to Shooty and do your bit, you know, like... That definitely was like a strategic move that's used to... But they like tried to do it in a way that makes it look really personal.
It's young, it's hip. It's
young, hip, mate. Yeah, I love it. I think it's a great
I love
move.
it too. The
amount of like behind the scenes
happy.
content we're getting already is just like...
Nah, it's
chef's
great.
kiss.
And there's a few Christmas set pics, but there's not really much to digest. Like, I swear I stared at it for like 2 minutes. I'm like, I don't know what this is. I'm not going to keep looking at this.
Well,
there's a few
just the
people
set
wearing Santa hats.
I think there were crew as well.
That was
wearing
it.
them.
Oh, really?
I think they might have been. I didn't look at it for that long. But
Oh, I think they've been shooting at Cardiff docks.
yeah. They were shooting at a docks.
Yeah, like a Cardiff Bay.
Something like that, mate.
Fortress
Something. Ooh. But yeah, very, very cool. It's cool to see all these set pics and stuff. What would you like out of this next Christmas special? I know you like don't have a pot in your mind, nothing like that. But like,
I do.
what?
No, I don't.
I was driving Conor here and told him like my 10-page
Yeah, I'm like trying to get out of slots.
story of like of what I would do
Help
for a
me.
Christmas special. But
And I'm like, oh, there's more. Okay. And then
Robot Santas.
Aidan, quote unquote, Aidan, don't worry, Connor. My Christmas special would have a load of Christmas music in it. I'm like, you're talking like you got the job. Like, Jesus Christ.
Talking like I have the money. Like
And don't worry.
my Doctor Who budget will
Yeah.
have the money to do that. All right, I'll make it happen.
I'm glad.
But what would just like briefly, what do you kind of want out of this next and
Oh,
first in a
God.
while Christmas special?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I want... I feel like whatever's going to happen this 60th, I don't want it to, like, bog it down, but I also think that... I'd hope that, especially how close they are together, and I think that's probably a reason, like, strategically, I'd like to say that this could be, like, almost like a prequel almost to, like, what?
Season 14.
Yeah, well, like, no, like, with the 60th. Like, it could be, like, a continuation almost. Like, you know, what happened at the end? What happened with Shooty? We're going to see him in the 60th, and now this is his, like, first full episode.
Right,
Like,
the
what-
60th is a prequel to the Christmas special. Is that
No,
what you're
sorry,
saying?
I'm saying, like, I'm saying a epilogue, sorry, almost, like, to the 60th.
Right, yeah, okay.
Epilogue's a bad word. That sounds like it's, like, going to be, like, a conclusion. But it's, like, also, I feel like something's clearly going to happen in the 60th that he is in it, and
Yeah.
then... what are we now going to get with him? It, like, will it be a regeneration episode, like a traditional one? Like, probably not. Like, he might have been, like, Eccleston. Like, he might have been the Doctor for a bit. And then he meets Ruby.
Kind of like, I guess you're kind of
Alright.
saying in the same vein as like Day of the Doctor is kind of like this big thing where it brings a lot of stuff together.
Mm-hmm.
And then Time of the Doctor is like, it's not, like it's the epilogue of...
It addresses shit,
I mean, it's the
though,
finale
like, yeah.
of the Smith era, but
Yeah.
but it addresses big stuff from the 50th, like the whole Translaw thing.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I remember like when we watched Time of the Doctor this time, when Handel says Translaw, I remember being like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was like a mindfuck.
They're addressing this big thing from
Yeah.
like Day of the Doctor. Oh, Gallifrey is what they say, right?
Yeah, Gallifrey.
Gallifrey.
But Trenzalore
It
rocks
turns out
up.
to be-
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that there's a reason why, you know, he's in the 60th, and I think they showed us him in the 60th. We're probably going to get a lot of him, and I'd be interested to see if, like, almost the 60th is also his, like, kind of regeneration episode, and maybe the Christmas special is just his, like, first adventure with Ruby. I'd kind of like maybe, like,
I'd like that.
I'd like the idea of him being, like, traveling alone for a while. Like, what kind of Doctor do we have that, like, the Doctor that we know, like, is always, like, instantly try to, like, get someone to come with him? What if, like, he just regenerated into, who? Eccleston?
I mean, Eccleston before Rose, David at Time Lord Victorious. I'm not just talking about the spin-off. I'm talking like Waters and Mars.
that happened
and all that.
afterwards, so I mean, like, when they first regenerated.
Right, yeah.
Like, what if they just regenerate and go,
Ecclestone.
I don't need a companion, I'm just going to go travel by myself, Ecclestone.
Ecclestone. Yeah, because I think all the Doctors, other than Jodie, have in New Who have had that, like that had what I was sort of saying, where it's like, you know, Smith goes solo
Yeah.
after Amy and Rory,
Yeah.
and then like PCAP does in the episode that we were just watching today.
Yeah.
He's been solo, not all loosely, but
But what if it, like, happened from the gate? And it's like, I don't want to be with anybody. And then
Interesting.
I don't know. I want the reclusive, dark, antisocial, angry, mean doctor.
Is that saying something about you, Conor?
Absolutely, bro. I love to see myself represented on the screen.
Yeah, well, that's why you can. That's why
It's like watch the bear. I'm like, I wonder why. Oh, okay.
Maybe
This makes sense.
maybe you should watch The Snowman then. You get your reclusive doctor just sits in a cloud.
Yeah, I don't like that episode. The more I think about the episode, the more I don't like it.
Well, the more I think about you not liking that episode, the more I don't like.
I know you sent the snowman, but
what do I want out of the Christmas special?
probably a snowman-esque type episode.
I was thinking about this, right? Because
Well, that's kind of what I said.
we got you did. You're like snowman, but make it good.
Yeah, more depressing.
Abominable snowman.
Yes.
We had a lot of Christmas specials. Like they said, this is the 12th, so that means there's 13 Christmas specials. And then I think the 3 New Year's specials, like say what you want about the move to New Year's Day, it has made the fact that we're potentially going back to Christmas specials feel way better. Because if it was just like the last 6 years, we've also had Christmas specials, and then it's just like, oh, Russell's continuing it. It's going to be like, oh, the Christmas trend goes, and it probably feels a little bit like by this point we've had 20 Christmas specials. Like,
Yeah.
So I feel like the New Year's specials has made like a nice like refresher to the point where it's like we're getting Christmas again. And so for that reason, I just want this first Christmas special to feel very Christmassy, because like so many RTD Christmas specials usually kind of felt like 50-50, where it's like, oh, there's some Christmassy scenes, but a lot of his specials didn't actually. They have that Christmassy blockbuster and family feel, but the actual specials, like often parts of them, it could be set on a completely different day of the year, right?
Definitely, yeah.
Whereas a lot of Moffat Smith ones are like Christmas. They go to a planet called Christmas. And then you watch Mysterio, and it's like, oh, it's not like Christmassy.
Yeah.
They've clearly got to a point where they're like, right, we don't want to hammer home Christmas right now, because Twice Upon a Time also isn't that Christmassy from memory. I know it's all snowy and stuff, but
Yeah, not really.
But so yeah, just this first one, I want super Christmassy, like bring it on, and then from then onwards, I don't mind if they kind of go back to like Christmas specials that, you know, a couple of references to Christmas, a couple of Christmas lights, but don't actually
Christmas songs.
Yeah, well, they don't have to go ham with it, you know. Just
That's
like
what you're going to do with your show, your Christmas songs.
maybe not.
We'll
see.
Changing up the scene a little bit. It'll be interesting, man. And I get a feeling it's going to be completely different to anything we've got. That's why, like, it's so hard to speculate, because, like, we don't really know anything about what's going on.
Yeah, right.
There's these 60th specials that we kind of know a lot about, but also, like, nothing.
Well, that leads me to kind of another point. Right. So, in Russell T Davies did his like usual comments in the Doctor Who magazine and stuff like that. And you know, a lot of people have talked about this, so I'm not going to talk about all of it. But there was one thing that I've sort of been thinking about for a while, where Russell says like, "Oh, 8 words, 8-word title, all will be revealed soon."
Yeah.
And everyone sat there like, "Oh, is that going to be like one of the 60th specials names, like or something?" And I've still been sat there for ages. I'm like, that just doesn't sound right to me. Like, I don't think that we'll get the first special name like 10 months out of it, because it's the way he was talking about it was like we're going to hear about it in January, February.
Yeah. I wondered about that. That was kind of interesting.
I don't think we're going to get an episode titled 10 months out. What I do think though,
Yeah.
the 60th specials. What if, as a 3-part like mini series,
Extravaganza.
they have an 8-part name for all 3 of them, similar to Flux, right? That I can see, because then it's like when they start advertising the 60th, they want this name they want to use this name. They don't just want to call them the 60th anniversary specials, right?
Right.
They want to, like Doctor Who and the Return of the Celestial Toymaker. I don't know how many words that was, but
Right.
Did you see what I mean?
I see, yeah, okay, interesting. I mean, like, yeah, I know. I don't know if it's like, I heard a few people as well saying maybe it could be like a spin-off that he's trying to promote.
That's a long name for a spin-off, though. I could see it, but a long name for a spin-off.
Doctor Who, the Paul McGann Adventures.
Doctor Who and the Time War, they go back to the Time War again, more Time War.
Yeah, the 8 is a lot.
I'd love...
8 is a lot.
I love...
I don't know, like, that's what I mean, like, I don't really know what the fuck is going on, like, in a good way, like, and I like that, to be fair, because, like, we're so far off, and I don't think that I need to know much more for now. Because I'm happy with what we got, and It's so fun. I was saying to Kim the other night, like everything that's happened and like been announced, I've just somehow loved all of it.
I'm on board.
I loved Russell coming back, obviously. Susie coming back. Bloody Phil.
Who's Susie?
Phil and Susie.
Julie.
Julie.
Yeah,
Julie. Sorry,
Susie from Torchwood's coming back. What?
Julie and Phil. Loved that. I love the casting of Shooty and Millie.
David.
David's back.
Yasmin Finney.
Sylvia and Wilf are back. Neil Patrick Harris. Like I haven't disliked.
All the costumes look good.
Everything looks great. Like I haven't been disliked a piece of information from it. So. That just gets me excited enough to be like, I can wait. It starts to wait. Of course it does, but
The TARDIS exterior as well, I guess, has kind of been confirmed for Series 14. It's got to keep the Jodie look, the exterior, which I think is great. Because we saw that obviously David producing it in the 60th, and we were like, oh, is that just going to be like a handover piece? And then she's going to get his new one. But, and all the promo stuff we saw of like Shooty being announced, Shooty and like Millie and stuff was always out front of Jodie's TARDIS, and it was kind of like, is that just the prop they've got on hand and they don't want to reveal the actual prop just yet? But we saw on the set bit from Shooty, it's got Jodie's TARDIS there.
And I like the connection still. Like, it's nice to have that. It, like, feels like a universe. It feels like a world, I like the fact that it's doing that, And
it's also like, I'm glad that Russell's not come into it. And not that he would do this, because I know he supports Chibnall and stuff. But I'm glad that he didn't just come in and was like, all right, let's ignore the last 5 years because the fans didn't like it, and let's move on.
I literally brought up in the video today that I was making that like the whole Jodie logo on the in the center,
the snowman,
and someone messaged Russell, DM'd him, or like commented and said like, is this going to be staying the same for our collection sets? And he said, yeah, it's going to stay the same because like it'll look weird if you get the new logo. Like, yeah, it makes sense. He knows what he's doing. Everything from it I've loved, and it is a while away, but we're going to get a lot of treats. I think next year, especially around this time next year, we're going to feel like we just ate like a Christmas dinner. We're going to be so stuffed and full and excited.
So much Doctor Who.
We'll get an amazing like trailer, it. Like we'll see it.
Season 14.
We know that Murray Gold is going to be coming out at Comic-Con, at San Diego Comic-Con.
That's your hope.
Dude, tell me a better time to do it than at San Diego Comic-Con. It's like, and of course we need a composer for Doctor Who.
Bring on Murray.
Gold! Yeah, he's like on a piano.
Yeah, they just wheel him out on a piano.
Alright. I want to make I have this fun game that we're going to do when you come back where we've got to make predictions for the year about Doctor Who. Okay? My prediction is, right now, I think it's in July, Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con, whatever.
Yeah, it's
whatever it is.
Mid-year, I know that.
Like mid-year. I reckon they'll do a panel.
I reckon they will.
It'll be huge.
It'll be amazing.
And Russell's waiting on that information. He knows fans want it. Even if it's just for the 60th, he knows fans want it. And there's a reason why he hasn't said it yet.
And that's definitely like when your first proper trailer's going to be. Oh. Bring it on, baby.
And spin-off announcements, all sorts.
God, maybe.
It's going to be crazy.
Maybe.
Need a whole movie.
The Return of Dr. Mysterio, Conor.
Yeah, baby.
Rewatching it for the first time in 6 bloody years, mate.
Yeah, probably same for me.
Yeah. What did you think of it? Oh, he's got to drink. He's got to have a sip of beer for this.
What did I think of it? What, this time round?
Yeah.
Well, I want to preface by saying a few weeks ago, after we watched Hellbent, I went to start this episode and I started it and I watched like the first 5 minutes. So I kind of like delved into this well weeks ago. That was a while ago. That was like nearly 2 months ago. And then I was like, oh shit, we're not doing this for the show this week. I completely forgot. So I paused it and I came back today. Started from the beginning again. And what I experienced when I first started watching it a couple of weeks ago, same thing as you. I feel like I was giving it a lot of like slack. And I feel like I say it's a lot, but I'm like, I feel like I gave it more of a chance, and I think I enjoyed it as much as I have.
Yeah.
For what it is.
Yep.
But what it is in the end, I think, plot-wise, is like, villain alone is like completely useless. Like, there's nothing there. It's like a piece of paper you can stick your fucking pen through. It's that thin. I think the whole superhero thing is like really cringe, and it's like trying to do like that was when Marvel was like starting to boom, and it's like I get it kind of makes sense, but it's like it almost felt like who are you gonna try and impress here? Like what are you trying to do? And again, it was in like a dark place for Doctor Who for me, but I got more to say. What about you?
Loved it. That's a joke. That was a joke.
Well, I believed you then. I believed you. I actually believed you.
No, you know what? I enjoyed watching it. Like, I actually, especially the first, 10, 15 minutes, I was like, this is great. And I think that kid actor was really good.
No, he is,
I thought they were really funny.
That opening scene is actually really cute.
All the scenes of them I thought was really funny.
Nice.
Yeah. We mentioned on the car here, and you said you hadn't picked up on it, but there's a scene where the Doctor is playing with the antenna thing, and he's like, I'm trying to fix a bit of a mess I made last time I was here, or something like that.
Right.
He makes some reference that he's trying to sort out the energy from Amy and Rory.
Right. Okay.
And I think the whole thing for me was quite enjoyable. I think the plot is shocking. It actually is. What were you doing? There's no plot.
There isn't.
Yeah. But I actually really like the side characters, and I could. Good God, I hated them when I watched it originally. But I was watching this time and I was like, man, I'm rooting for Grant, and Lucy's kind of cool too, right? I don't give a shit about the bad guys, but I like these two Americans. I thought they were fun.
Yeah, I
don't really like Ghost. Ghost is a bit silly and shit.
No, I really don't know what they were really going for. I think. Again, I hate these characters as well.
Oh really?
When I watched it, and I have now found a bit. Now I'm less edgy. Just turned 18. Sure. Can I hate it a bit less? Of course, definitely. But yeah, I don't know. I just still think I still scratch my head about some decisions that Moffat made. You're right about the whole Ghost thing. I think, but they do some unique things with I do kind of like the idea where they're definitely going for I say Marvel, but they're definitely going for a Superman Clark Kent vibe with the glasses and the classic Lois Lane character. They even show what's her name, Lucy.
Yep.
They even show her building and it has a spinning globe on it.
Yeah, Metropolis. That whatever it's called.
What's it ever called? Not
Metropolis
the Daily Planet.
Is the city.
It's something planet. I don't know.
It's Daily Planet, I think.
Is it Daily Planet?
Yeah.
I thought that was Mr. Sunday Movies podcast. Maybe it is called that. Oh, that's the Weekly Planet.
Right.
It might be called the Daily Planet.
I think it's the Daily Planet.
Yeah, so they're definitely going for that. Part of me still cringes, but that whole thing is kind of fun with the whole and it's kind of similar to Raimi's first Spider-Man where, we get to see, Peter is actually Spider-Man. And of course, Mary Jane falls in love with Spider-Man, but actually, it's Peter Parker, and they have their time together in there. It's
Being Grant is Spider-Man.
No, I'm saying Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. I'm saying there's a connection there.
Right, you said that Peter was Spider-Man. Oh, Peter Parker.
Yeah,
fuck.
I'm saying Peter Parker's Spider-Man stuff, and they have this whole.
I thought
thing.
You were talking about Peter Capaldi was Spider-Man.
Oh no, sorry.
Bro, what is this analogy?
Peter Parker. Yeah, no, I got vibes from different movies. I don't know.
Yeah. Which is probably good.
It's fun though. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's good that it didn't feel like just one movie, but just a general. Yeah, you can tell what they were doing. I also thought it looked quite pretty. I really liked the
places it did, not the places that absolutely fucking.
Yeah, I agree. Shit. Yeah. Some of the shots within the rich people building thing, the fancy business. I didn't think it looked good, but all the stuff in the apartment I thought was really nice. There was that kind of warm thing. I like the rooftops of New York.
Some nice lighting in it, actually. I was noticing, sometimes in the building's hallways, there was a really nice blue to it, and I like that.
There's an amber, a warm
inside
kind of places.
Kind of like that kind of thing. I think the second you kind of try and think about it more for 2 seconds, it kind of falls flat on its face, and it kind of sucks because I don't know. I love watching reviews and stuff, and I love hearing people's opinions, but I've been trying to watch less and less reviews and read people's thoughts less and less. Not that I don't care. I'm happy to read it afterwards, but I feel like that can really change my experience because so many people commented that they thought it was really great and they gave it a rewatch and they loved it, and I was like, maybe I'm missing something here. Maybe I missed something, but I don't know. I don't think I have. I think it is
Yeah.
what it is, and it seemed like a very strange time for Moffat. I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like he was like, just got to get this one out of the way, and then I can start on with series 10.
But he'd done a lot of specials as well. Like, you're going to
Exactly.
eventually run out of, like, ideas.
I liked... Oh, okay. I didn't like the villains in terms of like what they were planning to do or like any of that kind of plot stuff. But I loved like just the eyes and the brains.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was like kind of fun.
And the head is cool as well. Like, the head
Yeah,
getting
the head's
pulled back. This guy keeps a gun in his head, which by I was like, man, just keep it in your pocket.
Keep it in your pants,
He
mate.
literally has to pull his head back to grab his gun out, and he did it
Mm-hmm.
like twice. And I was like, listen, just keep it in your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things I hate the most is like, it's set in New York City, and I feel like you could not tell this was shot. It wasn't shot in New York.
Yeah.
But like the city had like you have such a unique, the greatest city on earth, and like you did not get that vibe at all.
Mm-hmm.
You could not tell it was set in New York. After, like, I really felt like in Angels Take Manhattan, they really tried. I know they shot some of it in New York, but you could
Yeah.
tell most of it wasn't. But I feel like they really tried. Here, I feel like they didn't.
Mm.
It's like clearly streets on Cardiff. Like I saw a bunch of like extras, and I'm like, you guys look so British. I'm sorry, you guys look so British. I don't know why you do what you do. And it's like CGI skylines. Like most of it's shot in a building, in an apartment, or like on top of like a building. So like you can easily get away with that stuff. But
But the people of Twitter loved it.
they did.
So shall we hear what they have to say?
Yeah, somehow they
Let's
did.
bring in the clowns.
Go on.
It's time for Just Twitter Tings. Yahoo. Alright, so Vinny, lovely Vinny, says, finally watched this recently on the big Doctor Who rewatch, and I've never seen it before. It was about as good as I expected to be, but it was also way more fun and enjoyable than I expected. Doesn't have that rewatch every Xmas feel, but other specials do. Props a 5 out of 10. Yeah, I kind of agree. Like, it's way funner than I remember it being, but not still.
Definitely.
Now, that's what I call comedy podcast. Good old Jacob. Says, bit shit, but has some great scenes. Mainly the ones that deal with his grief of losing River.
Absolutely.
As last episode, as the last time we will see her from... words. 5 out of 10. He says, time to bring back the questions. Who is your favourite guest character in a Christmas special? Grant. That was a joke.
Who's my best guest, like actor or just?
He says, "Who's your favorite guest character in a Christmas special?" That's a doozy.
Oh, like a guest, like the one-off companion.
Yeah, just like a character.
Probably Wilf.
Yeah, but he's in more than just like maybe just think of like
guess.
a one-off. Kylie Minogue's pretty good.
Minogue's good.
Kylie Minogue's good. No, it's got to be the from A Christmas Carol, like the girl and the guy from that, like Annabelle and
of course.
Sardik, right?
Yes.
They're very good.
Dumbledore himself.
Yeah, Dumbledore
Yeah,
himself.
I do think Christmas Carol is like the GOAT.
But also, the girl from Last Christmas is very good as well, I think.
Shannon.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, she's also very good.
From Andor.
From Andor, that's right.
And Fresh Meat.
Crispy Pro says, we waited a
Good
whole
day, mate.
year for this.
I love that comment. That's so good.
Troy Red Out July says, very underrated, a fun episode that does a pretty decent job of a Superman parody and gives us an early peek into the style of the phenomenal series 10. There is like a style to it that I'm like, I love this new, it's very colourful and it yeah.
It's funny when you read their tweets, I read it in their accents. I can just hear their accents.
Who Addicts just posted a gif of someone about to throw up.
The Who Addicts.
Kian Nichols says one of my lesser favourites and what originally made me stop watching Doctor Who until 2020 when I became a Whovian once again over lockdown.
I was going to say COVID came. Oh, sorry, go on.
I wasn't fussed on the superhero storyline and wanted to just see the Doctor stop the monsters. 4.5 out of 10. By the way, Capaldi is on fire as always in this. Yes, he doesn't do a foot wrong.
He is so good, man. Like he really kind of carries it.
Mm-hmm. Dylan. Wow, I didn't realise we had a Dylan one here. Dylan says, it's fun. I know this one gets a lot of hate, but I can't help but love it. Wow, I did not think Dylan was going to love this. It's silly and camp, but it's got a lot of heart. Capaldi and Lucas are a great pairing, and I've always enjoyed Moffat's take on Superman. It's hardly a game changer, but it's a lot of fun. Also works really well as a nice epilogue to Husbands. I agree. It does have that nice, that bit there, but it also sets up
my
part of
shooty
10.
Christmas special, apparently, what I wanted it to be like, yeah.
Professor Stephen Hawkwind says, I'm still really uncomfortable with adding in the concept of superheroes to Doctor Who. Yes, there's a sci-fi reason to it, but it leaves too many questions open. What did you think of like the puberty jokes? Like when he gets a bit aroused, he flies.
That's a very interesting joke considering it was a child. Kind of made me plus the fact that he sees the one naked.
I kind of thought that was funny.
But all I could think about is like a naked piggy party just sat there. I'm like, this is kind of weird that you're making us think about this. Like,
I didn't think of that.
What do you mean? That's what they said on the thing. It's like,
sorry, my computer has a mind of its own sometimes. I didn't know.
Okay,
they did say that, but they did say that. My mind didn't go,
yeah, but
like paldy balls.
And then they do this weird aroused joke.
Yes.
I don't even this is how weird it is. I don't even feel comfortable even saying the word. It's kind of weird.
Horny Moffat strikes again, man.
But it's like a kid. It's like, okay, I could let it slide if it was an adult, but it's a kid, and I get puberty's a thing, but still.
It is a thing. Fraser Gregory says, I unashamedly love it. It's a carefree action adventure. Exactly what you want from a special. Capaldi is outstanding and he's given proper comedy to work with. I kind of agree that. The sushi scene, yeah, that was so funny. It's still hilarious after all this time. I really don't see why this isn't loved more. Nathan Bottomley quotes one of my favorite quotes in the show's history, and it's Peter going, Mr. Lombard, there are some situations which are just too stupid to be allowed to continue.
Right.
Which is very funny.
There are some good lines in there.
And a couple more. There is a lot on here, so if you're curious for some more takes on Dr. Mysterio, go on there and read. I'll show you a couple more, because last time I felt bad. I kind of got a bit drunk and didn't read too many of them in Twitter.
Didn't read too many?
Yeah, there was one.
We always dreamed about having too many.
Yeah. It's when that bloody Crispy Pro, whenever he comments on it, it was just all of his Twitter followers see it.
I see that. I thought we just got popular by ourselves.
God damn you, Crispy. Now we're kidding. We love it. Tom Bowen says, maybe controversial, but genuinely in my top 5 Christmas specials, it's Stephen Moffat returning to his rom-com roots with some great laughs, a cool monster, and one of the most fun and energetic party performances. I agree. It is a rom-com. It really is. The plot's so thin that it's the romantic stuff kind of takes the forefront. All right, two more.
All right.
I watched it recently. This is from Ben. I watched it recently. I think it's a really fun episode. The comic book elements don't seem overly cheesy, and Grant is an endearing character with a believable relationship with Mr. Lombard. 7 out of 10. Crazy Goth says, used to dislike it on rewatches. On rewatches, it's so much. Used to dislike it on rewatches, it's so much. Used to dislike it on rewatches, it's so much. Yep, that.
It might be like he says, it's way too much. It's too much. I can't deal with it.
Used to dislike it on rewatches, it's so much.
Yeah, I used to dislike it because it was too much, but now I think he's implying that now he does.
I think this is a lady, I believe.
Oh, now she believes that.
Used to dislike it on rewatch, it's so much. Used to dislike it on a rewatch, it's so much.
Yeah, that's like saying I used to dislike it, it was so much. Used to though, implying that now they love it.
That's not, no.
I'm trying to have the benefit of the doubt here.
Used to dislike it on rewatches. It's so much. It's so much.
You decided to read it. I don't know what it is. That's the last one you picked. Where you just scroll in.
Would you like a different one?
You can if you want. Yeah, loved it.
Elton Pope says genuinely. Sorry, Elton Pope Stan. Genuinely so much fun. Perfectly captures the Christmas spirit without over-egging the pudding.
Where is it?
I must admit, I preemptively judged this episode as I just didn't see a superhero working in Who, but I was so happy to be wrong. One of my favourite Christmas specials, to be honest. So it's I think it's pretty 50-50 in there. People love it.
I feel like people kind of loved it more.
I think a lot of people are similar to us in over time.
Yeah.
It's so much.
Yeah. It's so much. To
quote Crazy Golf.
Yeah, that means I like it more.
Yeah,
it was so much at the time.
Yeah,
but now I like it.
Sure, that's how we'll interpret Crazy Golf's post.
I wouldn't even say I like it that much, but yeah.
Okay, I thought it was fun.
I need to talk to you about Nardole though.
Oh yeah, it's me, it's Nardi.
That's not from this episode. We'll get there one day.
Still bloody Nardi though, isn't it?
It is still Nardi. What do you think of Nardi? Because he's back. He's there.
I kind of didn't really like him that much in this one. I know I will in Series 10. In this one, although there was a few funny lines at the start, But other than that, what's he doing in this episode? Like, they should have just brought him on in the pilot. Like, he literally doesn't do a thing.
Do you think Steven was just like, this is funny and I liked you in the last one and maybe we need you to...
I think it's just like, I can't be bothered writing a new character just to have the Doctor run around with, because he can't just run around on his own.
No, I agree. I mean, he could have, but like, I don't know. Like, yeah, I agree. I think he didn't really do much. You're right, though. He does have some funny lines. I did like how he kept...
playing with the toys.
That was kind of cute. The elephant with that.
Yep. What were you going to say?
It's silly, but I don't know. I did like their brief scene in the TARDIS when, like, he is dressed up as, like, an Egyptian, when he says, like, you keep ignoring... your problems, pretty much. And like there's like a quick little scene like explaining how he's back, and it's like, I reassembled you, like you reassembled me.
Yeah, like, I put your head back on.
It's very silly.
I liked is it
know,
Mr. Huffman or something? Mr. Huffer, the little toy. I thought that scene was really funny when Lucy was squeezing that.
That final scene is the last thing I want to ask you about. I think is fucking fantastic.
Yeah,
I love it. I think it's
when
good.
He says, choose to be happy or something. He said
the scene where he goes like, everything ends and it's always sad, but everything begins again too, and that's always happy.
Right, that's it. Yeah,
be happy.
Yeah,
I think it's, and like, come on, I'm a simp for Pete. I think he's amazing, and I think give Peter Capaldi even like a half decent dialogue, he's gonna make it 10 times better.
He does,
and it's quite simple dialogue. Be happy, but like, it's like,
don't worry.
Yeah, of course. It's like, it's a very simple monologue. It's like, things end and it's always sad.
Yeah.
But things begin again too, and it's always happy. Be happy. Like, it's very simple, but Pete. Yeah, I'm a simp for Pete. Like, it's a great scene though. I think it's really. I mean, you never get to see him again. The little squishy toy, even though he keeps it. There's a shot of him in the TARDIS console. A little. What's called Mr. Huffy.
It looks good on the TARDIS console as well. I thought that was really nice lighting. The hair was like blowing in the breeze.
Yeah, why couldn't we keep him on the little...
It'll be funny if like in series 10, like,
if like, Pete is this?
Well, if Pete gets like stressed in the TARDIS and we just like grab it and be like squeezing it, that would be funny.
Yeah, not as bad as I thought.
What would you give it out of 10, Connor?
You know what? I was going to give it a 6.5, but I don't think it deserves that. I'm going to give it a 6.
Yeah, right.
I think that's
way higher than I thought you were going to give it, just quietly.
Why? Are you lower or higher?
I'm going to give it a 6. Let's give a fist bump, buddy. We're so on the same page at the moment. I think it's because all of our Doctor Who opinions we just discuss with each other. So we're like shaping each other into...
I feel like we were pretty quiet about stuff, because I didn't know your opinion about the costume, and I didn't know your opinion about this episode. So we've been doing better. We've been doing better.
Yes, that is correct.
We're just like... Do you think we've matured doing the show?
Matured?
Yeah, matured, yeah.
What do you mean?
Like mature cheddar. No,
Wait,
like...
matured in what way?
Like, we're like showmen now. Like, we're like, like in the car, you're like, I'll save my thoughts on this. Like, I like that.
We always were pretty good at that. I don't think we ever gave away.
But I feel like it's like, I purposely now ignore your opinion on Twitter. Because I don't want to read it. Because I want to hear it on the show. Like, I didn't know what you were going to say about the costume, which I think is really good.
Good.
Considering, like... I really wanted to know. Mm-hmm. I know, I wrote in the group chat about it. You didn't reply to it, so I guess, like...
Oh.
I guess, like, that's okay. If you would have replied in the group chat, I would have read it, but that's okay.
Man, I didn't.
Yeah, I know.
Connor, this is our last episode of 2022.
Yeah.
Anything you would like to say to the viewers?
Yeah, no, thank you so much for a great year. I mean, it's not we're doing a little thing at the end, I guess, but...
But that won't come out till next year.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, this is the actual last one.
This is the actual
Oh, because we're filming that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, thank you so much. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Mm-hmm. Happy New Year.
Correct.
Thank you for an amazing year, and I know the next year is going to be even bigger, so...
A lot of laughs have been had.
Yeah.
Which has been great, and I'm very much looking forward to... Like we said, January, we're still going to have some interesting episodes without me.
Yeah, but you're going to miss out on that.
Come end of January... We're going to be back doing what we do best, which is reviewing New Who. And we are going to finish our New Who rewatch. We've been doing it for 2.5 years. It's going to be 3.5 years by the time we finish it.
Do you reckon?
In time. Yeah, I think we're going to finish just before the 60th. So
really? Crikey.
So we've still got series 10, 11, and 12 to review on this channel. So that is going to be a huge moment when we finish that. Big flex.
That is going to be insane.
And that's our aim for next year. Smashing through those, along with a lot of special guest appearances along the way. Am I right?
Yeah, a lot of stuff being planned in the background. And great stuff coming, honestly. Like, really want to do more bonus videos next year and escape into that madness.
Madness.
So yeah, but thank you so much. This has been truly a great year for the channel. I think this has been our first full year of uploading to the channel.
Yeah.
Because we only started
Definitely.
because we only started doing it for Flux, which was like late last year, October.
I think it was early October we started uploading to the channel.
So we literally have been doing it all year, which is great. And what we've achieved so far, I think, is really amazing. So thank you so much to everyone. I know I speak for both of us when I say that it means so much to us. So,
well, I agree. You know what else means a lot to me?
What?
Is our good pal, Vinny.
Oh, really, Aidan?
So we have a festive surprise for you all. Our good friend Vinny, talented musician. We got a lovely song to round out the show. So thank you so much for watching. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at 50Doctor. And subscribe for all sorts of content next year. And also make sure I'll link all of her stuff down below. Lastorders, our good friend Vinny, rounding out.
Take it away.
2022. Let's go.
Are you hanging up your stockings on the wall? It's the time that every Santa has a ball. Does he ride a red-nosed reindeer? Do you turn up on his sleigh? Do the fairies keep him sober for the day? And so here it is, Merry Christmas,
everybody's having fun.
Yeah!
Look to the future now, it's only just begun. Are you waiting for your family to arrive? Are you sure you've got the room to spare inside?
I'm wearing Christmas pants and Christmas underwear.
Your granny always tell you that the old songs are the best. She'd be up and rock and rolling with the rest. And
So here it is, Merry Christmas, everybody's having fun. Look to the future now, it's only just begun. Reckon we sounds good?
I think Vinny sounds a lot better than we do.
what will your daddy do if he sees your mama kissing Santa Claus? You hanging up your stockings on the wall. Are you hoping that the snow will start to fall? Do you ride on down a hillside in a buggy you have made? When you land up on your head, then you've been slayed. And
So here it is, Merry Christmas, everybody's having fun. Look to the future now, it's only just begun. So here it is, Merry Christmas, everybody's having fun. Look to the future now, it's only just begun.
Go, Vinny!
Merry Christmas, guys. I just want to say Merry Christmas to you, Conor and Aidan. Thanks for making, the last 12 months great, giving me lots of content to listen to and just being two amazing friends. I can't wait to see what 2023 has in store for both Doctor Who and the 50% podcast. So be merry, be full of joy, and continue being big Doctor Who nerds. I'll see you in the new year. I love you both. Mwah.
We love you, Vinny.
Thank you. It's Christmas! Do you want to end it with a hug?
Oh, it's the annual Christmas hug that I'm allowed. Christmas hug. Oh,
you trying to kiss me again? It's not even on the thing. Merry Christmas, everyone!
Big thank you to Vinny for that one. And make sure you check out all of her stuff. She did have a cold when she recorded that as well. Really bad cold she's going through at the moment. But I don't think you could even tell. I think she was amazing.
Not at all.
It's Christmas! I don't know what this jump
What was that?
It was just an excited Christmas jump.
Yeehaw!